Hi, so my name's Dylan Shortridge, and if you don't know who I am on a mission to bring home renovation companies into the 21st century by ditching all the flyers and ditching all the old forms of advertising and instead replacing them with new digital marketing strategies that really work. So in this video, I want to talk about marketing and the sort of pillars of marketing for kitchen and bathroom businesses specifically. So the sort of key fundamentals bits that we'll start with would be you need to have an established brand identity. So that's things like your logo, your brand colours, all the things that make you recognisable to people. You know, when you see a red can, whether you see the logo or not, you know that that's Coca-Cola. And that's sort of what you're aiming for. Obviously, you know, Coca-Cola is a big multinational company. You're more than likely a kitchen business that works in a very small localized area, but you still want to be that recognizable to the people within the area. The reason why is because, you know, when someone is in that area is thinking, oh, I need to get my kitchen done, or oh, I need to get my bathroom done, if they've seen your van loads and if they know that you have a good reputation with your other customers, then, you know, they're pretty likely that they're going to come to you. And doing this is all super important. And then on top of that, another fundamental is you need some sort of referral scheme. There's lots of ways you can do this, and you really just need to have something that incentivizes previous customers to refer new people to your work. And the best way to do that is just to do a really good job when you're working with new clients, because if you do a great job, then they're going to tell everyone about the great job that you did. And then on top of that, you can have other bonuses and other little things that might encourage people to do this. But really all you need to do is just build a good relationship and keep in touch with your customers and encourage them to do so. So on top of that, those are sort of your fundamentals. You should probably have your branding on your van, on your, you know, clothing that you're wearing, on all these sorts of things, just so that you become more recognizable to people. But then how do you go on from here? So I guess the old way of doing things is looking at, you know, going out and doing flyers, or maybe doing some sort of radio advertising or some billboards, anything like that really. And I'm not going to come and say that these things don't work, because there's definitely some merit to them, but I think increasingly they're working less and less. And I think that this is something that, you know, as we move on, people are going to stop doing, because it's, you know, it's not really trackable and it's not really scalable. So, you know, you might have sent out 10,000 flyers and that's generated you 3, 4, 5 new jobs, and that might be a great success for those flyers, but then you might do the same again and get no jobs. It really is quite dependent on the area that you're going to and lots of things like that. And it's not targeted. You're going to every single house and just dropping off flyers and hoping that they might be looking for it. That's a lot of wasted advertising on people that just don't need or don't want your service. So moving on from that, we recommend that people move things online, because, you know, increasingly everything is online. And I know that for some of you guys that might be kind of painful to hear, because I know a lot of people in this industry, you know, the business owners are older and are not, you know, as tech savvy as the younger people. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't be online, and it doesn't mean that you can't be online, because there are people out there that can help you do that. So the key fundamental for online business is some sort of social media and some sort of website. Ideally both, and multiple of both. You know, we don't need 2 websites, but ideally you should have, you know, a Facebook and an Instagram and maybe a Twitter as well, or X or whatever it's called now. But then you can have this beautiful website and that's great. You know, everything works how you want it to and it looks great, but you need to have some way of drawing traffic to it. So the first way of doing that would be SEO. And SEO is search engine optimization. And what this means is your Google search ranking. Where do you come when someone types in a kitchen fitter in Sussex or a kitchen fitter in Bristol or wherever? If you're a kitchen fitter in Bristol or a kitchen business in Bristol and you're on the 3rd page, good luck getting people to find you, because I can tell you that people, especially when they're searching for these sort of things, they are not going to the 3rd page of Google. So what you can do with your SEO is you can get yourself listed on multiple different websites, so that there's links that will show Google that you're a reputable source and show Google that you are, you know, doing what you say you do and that you are, you know, trusted. You can also create content like blog posts which have keywords, which will also, you know, help Google, help people find you. The only sort of problem that you will find with SEO is it does tend to take quite a long time, and it is quite a laborious task. You know, you need to be doing lots of different things to keep jumping up and jumping up and jumping up and jumping up, and you know, each little jump is quite small, and it can take quite a long time before you're maybe ranked #1 on Google. You know, there's definitely things like getting more reviews that will help you drastically, but then, you know, maybe making a blog post will only move you this much, but then you've got to do all of them to keep yourself moving up and to keep yourself at the top. Fortunately, there is a way that you can get to the top of Google searches without all of this, and that's Google pay-per-click ads. When you're doing pay-per-click ads, you can basically hack your way to the top of Google. It does mean that your page will be shown as an ad, and you do have some people that do just scroll past the ads because they don't want to see them. Not everyone. Google pay-per-click ads definitely do work, and are definitely a good way to get more traffic. You just need to make sure that when someone clicks on your Google ad, they're taken to somewhere where they can leave their details, because you know, you need them to become a lead rather than just a click. A click is pretty much worthless to you. A lead, on the other hand, is probably worth a whole lot more. So, you know, you might have a landing page that takes them through a quick survey, takes them through, you know, all these things that eventually leads to them leaving their details, and then they become a lead. That's the main thing that we need here, is leads. So another way in which you can generate leads is through in-stream advertising. So things like your Facebook, your YouTube, Twitter, I'd imagine, has it, TikTok, all of these sorts of things will also be good places to put your ads out there. And what these do is these just, you know, a post that comes up for someone and then tells them about your service, tells them about your offer, and then they can click on it and they can also then become a lead. And the problem with this, or not the problem, but the thing that you need to do here is you need to make sure that you have a good offer and an attractive ad that gets people's attention. That's also the same things that you need to do in any type of advertising. But that's sort of where, you know, most people are going to find the pitfalls, especially if you're trying to do it on your own and do it in-house. And you don't have any sort of background in this. You know, I know a lot of people that are in the sort of kitchen business. They may have a sales background, they may have a marketing background, but more often than not, it's people that are coming from the trades and coming from, you know, working on the tools, and they've built their business that way. So they tend to find that they struggle a bit when it comes to the marketing side of things. And that's not everyone. I'm sure there's many of you out there that are, you know, great at it, and you know, it's all perfect. But those are sort of your fundamentals. So you need some sort of brand identity, you need some sort of online presence, and then you need some sort of way to bring these people to your online spaces, and then some way of converting them into leads. And then once they're leads, then they're in your pipeline, and you need some way of managing pipelines. But that's sort of a bit not what this video is about. This video is more about your marketing side of things rather than your sales process. So that kind of brings me to the end of it. And by the way, if you are struggling with finding more work, or you are struggling to, you know, market your own business, there is a link in the description that can tell you about how we might be able to help you out. And just for full transparency, it is a sales funnel. You can click it or you can not click it. I really don't mind. You know, you're more than welcome to just keep watching all of the free content that we've got here on YouTube. And you know, I'm committed that we will keep providing lots and lots of value here for you. So yeah, if you want to have a look, feel free. If you don't bother. And that kind of brings me to the end of the video. I hope you found it really valuable. And if you have, you know, feel free to leave a like or subscribe to show YouTube that you keep wanting to see in my face. And if you have any ideas for future content or problems you might be having within your business, you can comment them below and I'll take a look at them and potentially make a video about them in the future. I do read all of them and I'll try and get back to you. So yeah, thanks a lot.